the third. And we've got Turin Red Sun at the top of the bookies. Coming back in trip, gets that £7 claim for Angus Chung. He won off a rating of 96 course and distance. Cheng Prince has won on the turf, but lately his best form has been on the all-weather, all for St Paul's. He's a 5-time course and distance winner. Bourbonnaire goes up in trip. Finished last time behind Circuit Stella over the 1400. Looking great, where's the cheek pieces again? California 10's placed his last 3. Spirited Express had some traffic issues in the straight last time. An amazing victory. Second go Class 2 and second time over 1600 metres for him also. Over to the speed map we go here, Nick. Now, it's only a small field and it does have a very noted leader in the race.
Certainly does, yes. All for St Paul's. Now, he's drawn gate 5. Matthew Chadwick gets on really well with this horse. But look, he'll jump and run, and I think he will be the one to settle in front. There isn't much opposition to him as far as pace is concerned. Turin Red Sun from an inside draw. He's got Angus Chung running for the first time, so we know how effective he can be off the front end, and with a small field he might just be that bit closer. Cheng Prince, he's just drawn to his outside in 2. Again, he has led on the all-weather. Turf's a slightly different proposition, but he's got a good draw, and he shook at himself in a good spot. There's not too many horses to get in anybody's way here, Paul, and I think that's how the front 3 or 4 will settle. Maybe Bourbonnaire, an amazing victory following.
Yeah, exactly, and looking great. Now, he's gone forward in the past, but with a stablemate, all for St Paul's, I don't think he'll take him on, so I think he's more likely just to settle back with Spirit Express and California 10. I think Zach will go to the back with him.
All right, so that is how the boys think the speed map is going to look for race number 3. Amazing victory, certainly going to be in the market. He's a very consistent horse, and Nick spoke to his jockey, Sha Tin.
Sha Tin, amazing victory. It's one of your rides coming up on Sunday afternoon. Very honest horse, isn't he? And just continues to race well.
Yes, Nick. He's been racing well throughout his this whole season. He's gradually getting better with each and every race. So, looking forward to riding him again.
A bit close to the pace last time. Was that by design, or just the way sort of the race sort of fell from the start?
Well, we had a good draw last time, and he had no weight on his back. But also, I knew that, pace-wise, there's not much, gonna be much, and it was like that. It was a sit and sprint race, and don't think it worked out for him. Just hoping now there could be a bit more speed into the race.
You've got All for St Paul's a couple of doors down. He should possibly lead you, I suppose, and another good draw as well. Yeah,
that will be a big help again with a good draw. I think if it's a true run race, then it's gonna be very competitive.
Only second go a mile, Caris. Now, he acquitted himself really well a couple of starts ago. He seemingly is a better 7 furlong horse, but do you think a mile is well within his compass as far as winning one?
Yeah, the time I rode him, the second start before last time I rode him, he ran over the mile. I thought the horse that won the race, I think, went to run in the Derby. So he did finish off strongly over that mile, but he would just need to switch off a little bit. But like I said, if it's a true run race, and I think he's going to get a good opportunity.
Yeah, he's done well this season, improved 23 pounds. Just going back to Wednesday night, obviously you've enhanced and continued your good record on the all-weather. A couple of nice wins there, Karen.
Yeah, I was able to ride a few nice horses and got a nice run through. But yeah, it's nice to just keep ticking throughout the season and just hope to keep getting the support I'm getting.
He's absolutely flying at the moment, Nick, isn't he, Sha Tin? An amazing victory does look a very good chance.
He does, yeah. Look, and I think sort of more interestingly is that run 2 starts to go over the mile, Paul, because he's followed Ottula Gill, who then went on to run in the Derby, but I thought it was a great run in defeat.
Yeah, the only thing is he's been a little bit victim of a success. His win was 68 and he's up to a rating of 80 now.
All right, we move on now to replays Cheng Prince, Paul. As mentioned earlier, he's got turf form, but lately he's just been struggling on the grass, and it's all weather.
Yeah, I prefer him on the all-weather, this horse. Barrier number 2, he'll get a nice enough run, I think, but look, I haven't included him. I prefer him on the all-weather.
Yeah, that turf form was earlier on in his career as well, and I think he has just now established himself, hasn't he, as a much better all-weather horse. He's 4 from 13. He's absolutely mustard on the all-weather surface, but when it comes to the turf, he's perhaps not as good now.
All right, so we'll watch on the grey on this race. We've got California 10. Nick, he's been running on well. We'll be hoping for a good pace, a bit like Amazing Victory. But all for St Paul's, who runs 4th in this race, might get that easy run in the lead.
I think he will. I don't think... Well, look, there's 1 or 2 that might want to take him on, but I think he will be able to lead as he likes. But what I've liked about California 10 of late is that he's racing a bit more consistently. For me, he was always just a little bit hit and miss, but he's actually strung together 3 decent runs, Paul, in defeat, and Zach Purton going back on board, that's certainly no detriment.
Yeah, so look, he's included, but I do like all for St Paul's in this race. I just think that race is going to be perfectly run to suit for him.
We turn the page now. Here is the trial, Paul, for California 10 up at Chung Fa. He runs 4th in it and was just a pretty quiet trial on the inside.
Yeah, just a slow, quiet trial for him. I think we get a bit of guide off the race.
Stays on a mark of 87 on the back of that run last time out, and there you can see he's just piercing up the inside there to finish off his trial okay. I think read into it what you will that they finished in a bit of a heat, but he clearly is in good form.
He is. He had one go on the all-weather too. Ran 5th behind Cheng Cheng Prince, beaten 2 3/4 in that race. And that trial was on the all-weather. If you were concerned, maybe he was niggled at a touch. Spirited Express runs 5th, looking for some room here. And Turin Red Sun gets the weight allowance, but looking great also in this replay, Nick.
Yeah, look, Turin Red Sun's a horse I've always been a fan of. Look, this run last time I thought was okay without getting too carried away. Angus Chung will be on board, so interesting that Dougie White's taking the weight off, though he will need a 10 out of 10 ride from Angus. I think this horse, he's a horse that might just need a little bit of knowing, but he is well drawn, Paul, and as the speed map rightly highlighted, they might be more prominent with him.
Yeah, they could well be with Angus on, and look, he's got he's a fit horse now after this run. He had that little break, had those 2 starts, and now he's a fit horse.
And finally, Bourbonaire's trial. He runs 2nd in this up at Chung Fa, Paul. His win was on a rain-affected track. Now, we have had some rain in Hong Kong, but it's only been drizzling the last day or two.
Yeah, I prefer him on wet weather in this field. He's had a couple of starts. He's gone back. He needs wet track, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the argument, I guess, that the counter-argument to that is that he has placed a couple on good ground, but as you say, when he got that yielding track, he was very, very good. And don't forget, that day he did win. That was probably as soft as we've seen it here in Hong Kong for a while.
It was, yeah. So there might be some rain tomorrow, but it won't be substantial. Jockey to follow is Matthew Chadwick, Paul. You've expecting him to ride at least one winner on All for St Paul's.
Yeah, I do like All for St Paul's. Happy Little Friends I prefer at Happy Valley. Helene Wisdom Star's a little bit hot and cold. Super Hong Kong's the last start winner. I thought Not Usual Star will run a bit of race. He's been a bit unlucky in his last couple of his Brave Dreams.
Yeah, I think they're all solid chances without any of them being real standout.
All right, well, we need your selections, please.
Yeah, okay. I'm going with All for St Paul's for the reasons I said. I think the race will be perfectly run to suit. Amazing Victory. He's been consistent without winning, and he's gone up in the ratings. California 10, Turin Red Sun, 3861.
I've gone with the 8 here, Amazing Victory. I like that run 2 back over the course and distance. If he can replicate that, I think he's a winning chance here, and he's in good form. So he'll go on top over California 10, who's racing consistently. I've thrown Bourbonnaire in the hope that we might get a bit more rain, but it is a bit of a hope. And Spirited Express, one that I thought could run well here. 8, 6, 4 and 7.